Stop right there. Who the hell do you think you are? That voice wasn't meant for me. It was aimed squarely at my wife, and trust me, it wasn't just some harmless neighbor hollering out of boredom. No, that tone had all the edge of a cop pulling you over for something you didn't even know was illegal. My wife, earbuds and 3 laps into her usual morning run, only heard it because the guy practically barked at her. She spun around confused, half wondering if she'd stumbled into some street theater, but no, the glare was locked onto her like she'd just committed the crime of the century. So there she was, still catching her breath, and here comes this new face in an oversized security vest, arms crossed, chin jutted chewing gum, like he was born for reality TV. "No running, ma'am, you're trespassing," he declared, pointing down the sidewalk like he owned the block. And standing a little behind him, another guard looking stiff and awkward nodded along like a dashboard bobblehead with a loose spring. Now look, we've lived in this neighborhood for 3 years. My wife runs that loop every morning, smiles at the same old guy watering his petunias, even hands out dog treats to the beagle 3 doors down. Never a sign, never a policy, never a complaint. But today, suddenly, it's a crime scene. She tried to brush it off, kept jogging, figuring maybe it was a prank or some bored newbie flexing his badge. But they followed her boots, thumping along the curb, 2 shiny new security guards, wielding clipboards and an attitude. She stopped again, feeling her patience evaporate. Seriously, I live here. This is my routine. I do this every morning. The second guy, reading off a script like he was auditioning for airport customs, said, "This is private property, ma'am. HOA rules no unauthorized activity. We'll need to verify your identity." She laughed, one of those tight, barely holding it together laughs. Running is unauthorized now. What's next? No breathing between 8 and 10 a.m. The first guy stepped closer, all business. "Please don't be difficult. We just need to confirm you belong here." That's when it hit her. This wasn't a misunderstanding, it was targeted. These guys weren't lost, they were itching for a fight. And here's the kicker. My wife doesn't just take morning runs. She's CIA active, not retired. She's had training these bozos couldn't even imagine. Not that she was about to announce that who brings a badge to a jog anyway. She kept it calm. "I live 2 blocks down. Walk with me, I'll show you my ID at home." "But no, of course not. Sorry, we can't let you proceed until we verify your identity. So let me get this straight. You're stopping someone from proving they live here because they haven't proven they live here." Genius, right? Now they're crowding her like she's a flight risk. Only they have no idea what's about to hit them. My wife gives one last shot at diplomacy. "Walk with me, see my ID, and this ends. Otherwise, you're going to have a real problem." They chuckle honestly. One guy had the nerve to say, "What are you going to do? Outrun us?" She just smiled, and you could see the mood shift. These guys riding the wave of their little authority trip start whispering into their walkies like they're running some high-stakes sting. "We've got a non-compliant female suspect requesting backup. Backup, please. This is a gated community, not a bank robbery." Clearly they were new, probably failed out of mall security or took the HOA gig for kicks. And pulling the strings behind all this, Clara, our HOA president, the queen bee master of the passive-aggressive newsletter, and frankly allergic to power being anywhere but in her hands. She's reported squirrels for violating noise ordinances and once fined someone for unapproved flag colors. You think I'm kidding, but no, this is life here. So back to my wife, she's warned them. They don't listen. One more time she tries to walk away. "I'm out of here. I'm done." But the stocky guard in the neon vest buzz cut shining lunges and tries to grab her arm. "Bad call, buddy." Before he even gets a grip, she pivots and drives her palm into his chest, drops him like a bag of concrete. Clipboard goes flying. The second guard, a bald guy built like a linebacker, shouts, "Ma'am, don't make this worse for yourself." She doesn't even blink. He comes at her. She grabs his wrist, twists, and flips him into the grass. He stays down. Now the third guy, A skinny, nervous rookie musters up the courage to try his luck. Yells something about, "You're in big trouble," while pulling his radio. She just walks up, ducks under his arm, and trips him so fast he's on the pavement blinking up at the sky. A neighbor across the street, jaw hanging open, pulls out her phone. Now it's a show. My wife straightens her ponytail, mutters, "I warned them," and just stands there surrounded by 3 groaning would-be tough guys. Suddenly the porches fill up, neighbors peeking out, pretending to check the weather, but really just glued to the scene. No one saw this coming. The quiet lady who waves at everyone just took out the entire HOA security force before breakfast. My wife walks home like it's any other day. I'm at the kitchen counter, see her stroll in, ask, "Good run?" She grins, tosses her hair tie in the sink, and says, "Let's just say the HOA won't bother me again." I chuckle, figured she was just blowing off steam. "Wait, what happened?" She shrugs, cool as ever. "The new guards tried to get handsy. Didn't work out for them." "You're okay?" I ask suddenly, not laughing. She smirks. "Of course I am. They're the ones who need ice." She shows me the video already online, already viral. Somebody across the street caught the whole thing, edited it with slow-mo and dramatic music, even added subtitles. The comments are rolling and people picking sides, laughing, rooting for her, speculating about her ninja moves. And then one quick phone call. 10 minutes later, the security company is blowing up trying to cover their tracks, sending panicked emails. Within 2 hours, all 3 guards are canned, just like that. And Clara, our power-tripping HOA president. She tries to do damage control, calling emergency board meetings, but it's too late. Word's out. Suddenly, folks who barely said hi now wave salute, even ask my wife for self-defense tips. It's not just respect, it's awe, maybe a little fear. Every dog walk, every trip to the mailbox, people whisper, "That's her, the jogger." Some folks joke about forming a neighborhood watch. Some want to elect her HOA president. Now, wouldn't that be something? It's weird how fast things change, you know? Once she was just that runner lady. Now she's the unofficial legend. And here's the best part, Clara. She still posts memos and waves from her porch, but now she can't get a soul to show up for her silly little rule votes. It's like her magic's broken. Sometimes I see her watching from behind her curtains when my wife passes, probably wondering what kind of storm she unleashed. So next time you think you can bully someone in your own neighborhood, maybe ask yourself, are you sure you know who you're messing with? Because sometimes justice doesn't need a badge or a board meeting. Sometimes all it takes is a runner with a backbone and the right set of skills. You know what I mean? All right, your turn. Was my wife out of line, or did those HOA clowns get what they deserved? What would you have done? Drop your take below. And if you've got a wild HOA story of your own, you better believe I want to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like a little chaos with your community updates. See you on the next showdown.